Hello students, welcome to Sri Vardhaman Vidyalaya online education. Here we are going to see part 3 of chapter 8 motion. In this part we are going to see about the graphical representation of motion. So motion of a body along straight path can be studied easily using graph. Various aspects of motion of a body can be easily described and analyzed. First, how would you plot a graph? So this is the graph. In this graph, so there is a two axis, x-axis and y-axis. So in x-axis, independent variable are plotted, and in y-axis, dependent variable are plotted. So how we can plot the point? So here it is something one point x1, and it is here it is an a y1. So a point will become x1, y1. And same thing x2 y2 and x3 y3. So this how we can plot the graph. So draw two mutually perpendicular line OX and OY lines. So this is OX and OY line. So OX is called as an x-axis. So this is the x-axis, and OY is called as an y-axis. So this is y-axis. The point of intersection of this axis is called origin. So this is the point of intersection. The x-axis and y-axis intersect at a point O. So it is called as a point of intersection, and it is called origin. Its coordinates are 0, 0. Indicates the independent variable quantity on x-axis. So independent variable is plotted along an x-axis, and dependent variable quantities on y-axis. Show the value of both the variable on x-axis and y-axis using proper scale. Generally on origin, values of both the variable are taken to be 0. So each order pair x, y formed by independent variable x and dependent variable y on the graph paper by the points. So here the point will be, first point is an independent variable and second point will be an dependent variable. Draw in a smooth curve joining all these points. Shape of the graph would be a line or a curve depending on the type of data. Type of graph. The two type of a graph to study the motion of a moving object. First, the distance time graph. Second, the velocity time graph. First, we will see the distance time graph and its uses. So, the distance time graph enable us to know about the type of the motion. This means using a graph we can find out which type of the motions it will be. First, we can see this one. So, this is the example for an object is in a stationary position. See, here it is and a time is taken along an x-axis and distance is taken along an y-axis. If say if the object is moving at a same place and the time is different, so we'll get a straight line that is parallel to the x-axis. So this graph shows the stationary motion of a body. If an object is stationary, its distance from an origin does not change. So distance from the origin is not changed. It is same. Here it is on a 6. So at an 2 second it is also in a 6. At the time 4 seconds is also in a 6. At an 6 it is also in a 6. So the distance time graph is parallel to the time axis, that is an x-axis. So here it will be parallel to the x-axis. The distance time graph shows the object is at the distance of 6 meter distance from the origin. So this is the example for an object is stationary. Next, this is for a distance, same time is taken along the x-axis and distance is taken along the y-axis. And this will be the graph for a uniform motions, and it will give a straight line. So if the distance time graph of a body in motion is a straight line, the body is said to be performing a uniform motion. So this is the graph for a uniform motion. Second, the non-uniform motion. So here it is also same. The time is plotted along an x-axis and distance is plotted along an y-axis. Here you can see not in a straight line. So it is not in a different, it is not any path. It is just like in a zigzag line. So this will gives a graph for a non-uniform motion. If the distance time graph of the body in motion has ups and downs or non-linear, the body is said to have a non-uniform motion. This will be the graph for a uniform accelerated motion. So here it is a time is plotted along the x-axis and distance along the y-axis. If the distance time graph of a body in motion is parabola, this is the shape for a parabolic. The motion of the body is said to be uniform accelerated. So using the distance graph, the position of a body in motions can be estimated. For example, to know the position of the bus at the time 50 minutes, so the bus would be at a distance 30 kilometer. Now look at this graph. So in this graph, that is time is along an x-axis, it will be in the minute, and distance along in a y-axis, it is in kilometer. Now in this one, you can find out the position of a body in motion. So if you want to find out the uh, body at a time 50 minutes, so in 50 minutes, so where the body will be there, so where at which kilometer, means at what kilometer it will be moved, so that will be given using this one. So if you draw in a line in this and in this, you will get a distance that is at a 30 kilometer. Second thing, we can find out the speed of the body. So using this graph, so this is a graph for a uniform motion. So using this graph, we can find out the speed of the body. So how we can find out the speed of the body? So draw a slope. So this is a slope. So at any line along this one, you can draw any triangle. You can draw in a triangle here also, and you can draw here also, and either you can draw here also. So draw the triangle in this line. Now, so when you draw this line, you will get a 2 point below and 2 point in this side. So this is a P and Q, R and S, P and Q. So here in this one, you can find out the distance. So this at this point and this point, it will called as a del T. So that is, this one will be T1 and this one will be the T2. Same thing, the distance here it is an a T and the distance between this is an a U. So this will be S1 and S2. So you know that is an a speed is equal to what? Distance upon time. So that is difference between an a TU and the difference between an a RS. You will get an a what? The speed of an a bus. So see here. The speed, that is magnitude of the velocity of the body in motion, can be determined by determining the slope of the line obtained in the distance time graph of a body having uniform motion. Consider any path PQ. We are considering any path on a PQ of the graph. Draw a perpendicular from both the point P and Q on x-axis. So P and Q on the x-axis and y-axis. Here the bus travel TU distance and the time period is RS. So the speed of the bus is equal to TU upon RS. So TU is what? S2 minus S1 and RS is what? T2 minus T1. So here that is we can call as a del S upon del T. So now this ratio is called as a slope of distance time graph. So speed is equal to S2 minus S1. So you can look at the graph. S2 is a 20 and S1 is a 15. Sorry, 10. Same thing. The time T2 is a 30 and a time T1 is a 20. So now in this one, you can see the 20 minus 10 and 30 minus 20, it is 10 upon 10, that is equal to 1 kilometer per minute. So the speed of the bus is 1 kilometer per minute. Now you can draw so many slopes. So each slope, when you find out the speed, it will be same. So when the slope will be same, so we can consider that this type of a graph is for a uniform speed because the speed will be constant. Next type, that is velocity time graph. So in the velocity time graph, we are plotting a time along x-axis and distance along y-axis, and it will be parallel to an x-axis. So this graph will shows an object is in stationary position. Second type of the graph, that is uniform accelerated motion. So it will be in a straight line. Next one is uniform retarded motion. So what is uniform retarded motion? So in this, that is an retardations means it is an a negative acceleration. So what happens? The velocity will be decreases along with a time. So you'll get this type of graphs, that is uniform retarded motion. Next is a non-uniform accelerated motion. So non-uniform accelerated motion, it will gives a zigzag line. So this is a non-uniform accelerated motion. Next, we are going to see the equation of uniform accelerated motion. So there are the three equations for the motion of those bodies which traveled within a uniform acceleration. So these equations gives the relationship between the initial velocity, final velocity, acceleration, distance traveled by the body. So the equation are v is equal to u plus at. Second, s is equal to ut plus half at square. Third, v square minus u square is equal to 2as. So we will study this equation by the two methods. First method is algebraic method and second one is graphical method. So difference between accelerations and deceleration. Acceleration, it is change in velocity per unit time. Deceleration, it change in velocity per unit time. It is always positive, it is always negative. In these cases, the velocity keeps increasing, and in these cases, the increased velocity started decreasing. So you can see in this graph, what happens? The velocity increased, but it will be along with any time, what happen? It will be decreased. So this will be the example for the uniform retardation. So that is a deceleration. So in this case, the increased velocity started decreasing. Initial velocity is greater than the final velocity, so it will become an u is equal to 0, and initial velocity is less than the final velocity, so that is final velocity is less than initial velocity, v is equal to 0. Next, difference between the velocity and acceleration. The rate of change of position of the body we are calling as a velocity. The rate of change of velocity we are calling as an acceleration. So when the position change we called as an velocity, when velocity change we called as an acceleration. So SI unit is an a meter per second for the velocity, and for the acceleration the unit is an a meter per second square. Hope you have understood all this. Thank you. We will see in the next session. In the next sessions we will see the uniform equation of an uniform accelerated motion by two method. One is algebraic method and second one is graphical method. Okay, thank you. We will see in the next session.